So hopefully you enjoy your time with us here at EGF.
We'll be getting into game number 1 here. Flapjack on the Crom for Canisius, Skull Kid on the Ness for DePaul. Battlefield the first pick, and remember, Canisius needs to play near perfect if they want any shot in this one.
Yeah, and that, oh my gosh, that was such a good PK fight. Skull Kid only getting a floater off of it. This is so sad. Seeing all the Nesses go through dash attack at low percents. Pre-patch, before they made dash attack stronger, you were able to get dash attack into forward, dash attack into up air. It was great. Life was good. But alas, unfortunately, that move has so much knockback that unless the opponent hard DIs in, you're not going to be getting too much off of it. We lead a sad existence. That being said, right now Skull Kid just putting on so much damage onto Flapjack. Going to be just fighting his way out of the corner, but a really good side B.
77%. He's got Skull Kid in the corner here, but again, the great side B once again to kind of stop that edge guard. But oh, the spacing on the forward smash. Flapjack takes the first stock.
Yeah, Flapjack actually getting a bit of momentum for themselves right now. You know, Skull Kid was the one to be able to have most of the hits at first stock, but Flapjack just cleaned it up in just a few. Gonna be get up attacking right into the PK fire. Skull Kid trying to be going for the yo-yo. They're going to be respecting the uppie, which is exactly what you got to be doing. But that's not an uppie you want to get back onto the stage for free. You know, dash back PK Fire can truly do the most sometimes.
Able to take that stock off the board, but still a little bit of a lead and kind of back into neutral here. And one thing I want to note is Flapjack's movement is it's I want to say the best descriptor is unpredictable. He's using a lot of jumps around center stage, and then he's also doing a lot of, I think he's trying to wave bounce that side B, something that we haven't really seen him do before.
Absolutely. Right now, great jump call out. Look at that weight, that patience, that positional pressure from Flapjack. Oh my gosh, he just jumped, he waited for Skull Kid to drift back out, he jumped again, then snapped onto the ledge and waited for that air dodge. Skull Kid was all out of options. There was no better way that Flapjack could have positioned himself. That was just like, that looked solid.
Fantastic stuff to Flapjack, but he will lose that stock to Nair. And again, just the movement of these two players right now around these platforms and around the stage has really been the deciding factor. As Flapjack in trouble here with all these PK fires, eating a ton of percentage.
Oh, that's a sweet spot. Yeah, Skull Kid at that point could have really gone for anything else that he wanted. An up smash, perhaps back air. Those tend to cover people drifting up from the PK fires a little bit more, but yeah, Crom's recovery just gets stuffed out. Love it. You'd love to see it.
170 is so much damage, and majority of it coming from that PK fire alone. One stray hit will probably do it, even a grab as well. But uppy at a shield, gonna do a little bit of damage.
No adaptation from Skull Kid. Oh, excuse me, I was gonna say no adaptation to go for the grabs, but F-Tilt is still gonna be able to do it. Towards the end especially, we just saw Flapjack could, land and shield so often. I would have liked to see a couple of grabs from Skull Kid to be able to close that one out. But you know what? F-Tilt, the CQC option that you never expect Ness to have that can do it, is able to do it. It's stubby, it's pretty fast, but Ness is in the air so often that you don't normally see him try to box so much on the ground.
Yeah, and I feel like the deciding factor, I mean, Crom's up B got snuffed out by so many side Bs. I mean, I wonder if I wish there was a statistic for how much damage that move did throughout the match, because that was where Flapjack really, the set kind of got out of hand for him.
Yeah, it really feels like this is still within the realm of doability for Flapjack to be able to take it, but you know what's not in the realm of doability? This set for Canisius College. Yeah, this one's already, set in stone for DePaul. They already got it, they already secured it, they got it locked down, but this is definitely a set where Flapjack is still able to make a bunch of realistic adaptations to Skull Kid and potentially take it, just get a couple of extra points while he can.
Yeah, unfortunately for Canisius College, with that extra point on the board, Canisius College, the best they can do is draw, and that would require perfect sets for the rest of the night for them. And I don't think DePaul has ever allowed a 3-stock in their entirety of play through the EGF, so they'd have to rewrite history in order to pull it off. But I mean, as you said, that was a pretty close set for the most part. Flapjack just couldn't, I really do feel like the deciding factor was the disadvantage states for both of these characters.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
Flapjack was a lot of movement coverage, a lot of coverage options like you talked about with that second stock, but then just Crom's up B was so susceptible.
Yeah. He's a pretty easy target to hit when he comes up with up B. PK Fire is such a slow-moving projectile that, you just gotta make sure that you slightly time it on the audio cue, but more often than not, after just a little bit of practice, you should be able to get it every single time. The biggest thing is like trying to go for a bunch of high recoveries, trying to air dodge back onto the stage, trying to avoid the ledge trap situation altogether, but sometimes don't get hit off stage and you will be fine, which is a lot easier said than done, but that means you have to be, trying to adjust a lot of different things.
Getting into match number 2 here. Looks like we'll be going to Smashville. No character swaps once again, so Skull Kid on the Ness, and it's Flapjack once again on that Crom. We'll see if he can make the adjustments to extend the set, or if DePaul looks to go for their 4th set in a row and possibly the clean sweep.
Ooh, that time getting the ground to PK Fire, but Flapjack once again just asserting he's able to drift out of it and still connect his side B every single time. So I would like to see Skull Kid land a PK Fire at that distance, and then maybe just try to bait it out by running up and shielding, and then appropriately punishing Crom for it. That would be an excellent adaptation to make. But this time, though, able to connect it close enough to where he was still able to get a grab. Flapjack misspacing that jab. This could be huge. Again, Skull Kid. He should have been able to get the note that Flapjack was going to go for the get-up attack in that position. He did that every single time before, but a good punish on that whiffed up B cleans up that stock.
Great punish there, as you said, on that back air, getting the strong hitbox of it to clean up that first stock. And now, again, Flapjack caught in this corner here, and Skull Kid's coverage options, or coverage of these options, I should say, have been on point already. 72 countering the rocket.
Yeah.
That was a smart move.
That's an excellent idea, but of course you always have to just be mindful of the fact that Ness has 32 iframes as soon as he hits himself with up B. So at mid and close distances, he will just simply face through you as though you do not exist. He cares about nobody. Flapjack, though, excellent with punish on that up B, able to just catch Skull Kid and all of that lag, cleans it up, but you know how it be.
We've seen this song and dance before. The side Bs, again, racking up some damage and forcing kind of a reset from Flapjack. 124%. Not undoable, but again, the way that Skull Kid has been playing, it has just been hard for Flapjack to find these stocks without being in disadvantage just like this. Grab gonna come through. That's probably the stock, yeah.
Yeah, that's a light boy, and it's Smashville. All the way from across the stage, it is going to be able to do it. Gets the back heel into the grab. Beautiful stuff. Oh, Flapjack. Good punish.
Ooh.
So, Skull Kid, allow me to express my frustration with what Skull Kid just did. My man's tried to go for forward magnet downer. Perhaps the least true thing, especially at higher percents, that Ness could ever go for. It is a fish. And catches opponents that do not really know what's happening. It's distasteful amongst Ness mains to go for it. But that stage spike is going to be able to do it. Skull Kid with another excellent edge guard. This matchup really boiled down to the fact that Flapjack was just getting edge guarded over and over the same way.
Yeah, Crom, a character with kind of limited recovery options, and Skull Kid exploiting them to the best of his ability, able to take that in a one-stock fashion. And I mean, that was really the deciding factor. I mean, how many times did we see side Bs catch that recovery? And even afterward, even if he gets around that side B, Skull Kid was kind of waiting in the wing, ready to punish it. So
Yep.
good stuff to Skull Kid.